What's going on, YouTube world? I'm that dude named Dave. I'm back again with another video here. Before we get started, let's do the house cleaning. Like, subscribe, and that bell notification below. Why? As you can see, I'm still struggle streaming. The struggle stream alert has been on high status since I got into YouTube here. I ain't gonna front. I need the algorithm. Your boy needs help. So let me give you guys a few seconds to do that here. Few seconds here. All right. So you saw the title and you clicked on the thumbnail. Today's video, once again, we're talking to Kevin Samuels, and I don't want to get too much into it here. Let's get straight to the clip here and see who he's talking with this woman here.
Next question.
I've noticed, because I've watched a lot of your content in the past couple of months, and I noticed, especially, I think it was last week, that a woman called in. She was a 45-year-old virgin.
Ooh,
and
45-year-old
I've
virgin?
noticed that when it comes to virgins calling into your show, I feel like you don't give them fair treatment. You just label them all as socially awkward and just hiding behind their face.
That's
as a way
not true. That's,
behind their
ma'am, that
faith.
is patently false. And I have at least 3 shows I could pull up right now.
Okay, then I'll just go back to the woman that called last week, who was 45 years old and, and a virgin. I felt like you weren't being fair to her, mostly because you felt like she was delusional, which I actually agree with you on that. However,
you do agree she's delusional.
What did I say? What I said she was socially awkward. What was the
Hold on, let me pause here. Fellas, have you come across a woman who's older in age who was still a virgin? And did you think that she was socially awkward? I have. I was much younger. She was about 37. Not a good look. I was real younger. She was about like 8 years, older than me. Just got to be on from personal experience. Someone that old who was a virgin. I'm not gonna disrespect anybody here if that's your status here. Just know I know what I went through here. Back to the clip.
last time that woman had a date?
I think she said like 12 years or something.
Last time, I'm sorry, relationship.
A relationship? Oh, I know it was a long time.
No. So you're going to bring this person up, so I need you to be versed in what you're talking about. How long ago was it?
I'll be honest, I don't recall exactly.
Okay, so you're going to bring something to the table to discuss and accuse me of doing something, but you can't even have a firm enough recall. It was 20 years ago.
Okay. I
You
knew
got
it was
a
a
45-year-old woman who was a virgin, who had not had a relationship in 20 years.
Let me stop here. You're 45, ain't been in a relationship in 20 years? I ain't saying you're supposed to be married, but in 20 years, you should have had a couple of bad relationships. That is socially awkward. How do you avoid not being in a relationship for 20 years at 45 years old? Make it make sense. You have to be awkward. You should have stumbled into something bad. Maybe only lasted for a couple of days. I'm not saying that she should have been married by now, but come on now. That means that she's not putting herself out there. She's not talking to guys. How do you find? Let me stop here. Kev's about to get into it. Back to the clip.
If that's not socially awkward, what? Okay, first of all, that doesn't put you in the socially awkward category. Then what about talking to a man that's 52 years old for 2 years?
Yeah, I'll admit that. That's
Was
Was the woman?
abnormal.
No. But was the woman socially awkward?
I feel like you can't judge that.
I don't care. No, I don't know. I don't want you to.
I feel.
You feel like when you listen to that woman speak.
God, I love it.
Does that woman sound like she's socially normal, socially above, or socially below?
Yeah.
When it comes to romance, relationships, and dating.
I feel like she is, and I understand it's my opinion. I feel like she's strong in her conviction. And
I
that's
don't care, ma'am. That's not the question I asked. Please answer the
You can have strong conviction and still be awkward.
question I asked.
Okay.
Was she socially normal? Was she socially above normal? Or was she socially below normal when it comes to the marketplace and dating?
She would be considered abnormal.
Abnormal? Awkward.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could use that term.
So
awkward.
you're going to tell me you feel she's what?
I feel like she's a person who stands strong in her convictions, and that's something that's ridiculed today by the
That's
world.
bullshit, because that's the same woman. I asked her, all right, ma'am, if you're a Christian like I am, are you in a church right now that facilitates single marriage? What was her answer?
She said, not really.
No. So she's not that strong in her convictions, because if ultimately God and her pastor and everything else we talked about, she would be in that one place. See, what you really are showing is you're talking through your feelings.
Can we stop this here, ladies? And guys, if you run across women who always project through feelings, no facts, no additional information to make the argument or discussion better, just always from inside. I feel you're doing this here. I feel. But when you feel, are you looking at the entire lens? Are you observing everything that's on the table? Or you feel triggered? Your emotions feel a certain type of way. You not listen to everything else but your own dynamic here. And all you're saying is, you're just being harsh. You're being mean to her. No. Is it true? Let's get back to the clip.
I'll acknowledge that. But
all right, then.
Can you acknowledge that you were...
No. Well, okay. So you said that I do things that don't line up with what I've done. And you haven't taken them. You've at best you've acknowledged it. How about the fact that you just don't like some of the ways I say things?
Tone police.
No, because like I said, there's some things that I agree with you on, and even in that conversation,
you brought up. How often do you talk to her? We're splitting hairs too. When you talk to a virgin, how many people are virgins these days? What percentage of the population?
There's difference between men and women.
My cousins, most of them are.
What percentage of the dating population? I don't give a shit about your cousins.
My cousins.
Okay. Of the dating population, I would say
that's all that matters.
Less than 10%.
Less than 10%. What state do you live in?
Massachusetts.
East Coast.
I think less than 10%. Less. Keep going. Give me an approximate number, plus or minus 2.
He's gonna hold it to the fire. He wants direct answers.
Okay, I would say, and we're talking about adults here, correct?
That's the only thing that can date, ma'am. I don't know.
Teenagers can date too. So, but yeah, I would say.
What the fuck?
Make it make sense here. You're pulling straws. Why would she even throw out, well, teenagers date? No, we're not dealing with kids. We're talking about people dating, marriage, relationships, divorces, older people, 45-year-old virgin, dating a 52-year-old man. Why is teenagers being involved in the conversation? Just keep moving goalposts. Let's get back to the clip.
Well, we're talking about adults, man.
Well, teenagers typically.
I don't talk to fucking teenagers.
Okay.
This show is not for teenagers too, people.
Sorry. Yeah, I would say 8% of
8% of the dating population is virgins.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
Okay.
And I'm a Baptist, so most of the people that
I'm a Baptist.
The circles I run in, they're mostly virgins.
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
And what city do you live in?
I'm like an hour away from Boston.
And you want to, and the dating population is above 18. You think that, so when you think of dating population, is that 18 to 34?
Yeah, that's my.
You think 8% of people between 18 to 34 are virgins?
Well,
she has no idea what she's saying here, people. You
honestly, I was going based off of a study I saw that about 35%.
That's a yes or no question before you tell me about the study.
Okay. All right. I guess I was being naive there. So I would say probably, okay, we'll say 1% then.
See, ma'am, I want you to understand. I have just deconstructed your entire argument based on numbers. You said that I was unfair to virgins. And the vast majority, hold on. The vast majority of people aren't virgins. To be a virgin in the dating market over a certain age makes you a little bit awkward.
True.
By definition. as somebody who spent 2 freaking years coaching and speaking to incels, involuntarily celibate men, virgins, and MGTOWs who actually have had training and study in how to actually approach this and to counsel and coach this. I'm not just some guy in a suit sitting up here making up stuff. As I've shown, as I deconstruct you, I know what I'm talking about. Maybe, just maybe, I know more than you do.
Yeah.
And that's a good point. I see a lot of people in my comments. They are upset at these videos that I'm posting here, but this is what he does for a living. Just maybe he's talked to enough people. He's done his homework. He's done his research. He is a professional image consultant. He might know more than you, know more than me. He's an older man who's done the homework and research. So if you want to question it, yeah, but bring your facts to the table. Bring your data to the table. Let's not bring feelings to the table. Let's remember that when we have these discussions here, facts, not feelings. We may know more. Just because you feel in the triggers, you might be right. Back to the clip.
And I would
and that's why I say what I say. I didn't say it to hurt her feelings. There's a movie called The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Was that a drama? Was it nonfiction? Was it sci-fi? Or was it comedy?
Comedy for 200,
Alex. It was
Alex.
comedy.
Because it's laughable in our society today.
Yeah, and I just...
Alrighty. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and finish making your point, though.
Yeah, I just felt that it was rude, essentially, to ridicule someone for that. I understand ridicule.
It's not... No.
Ridicule.
Is the truth ridicule?
No.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, Liz. I got to back you down. What's ridicule?
Yeah.
Ridicule would be, because you did call her socially awkward, and okay, if
is
you're
that
going...
ridicule?
Well, calling someone socially awkward, would you say that would be a compliment, though?
Is calling somebody obese ridicule?
No.
Calling somebody a diabetic, is that ridicule?
No.
Is calling somebody what they are ridicule?
Okay, but in Christian...
No, ma'am, no.
Answer the question.
No. This snowflake generation.
Feelings again. You tell something that's true and you don't like the response. Your feelings are hurt. We don't like the truth as Americans. You know what? Women don't like the truth at all. It's all about massaging to make us feel good, okay? You ridicule them. Is it true? Yes, but maybe you could say a certain thing. No, women, if something is facts and you don't like the words, maybe you should change the way you move. Words matter. They mean something. Just because you don't like the word, you need to adjust to it and adhere to it.
A 45-year-old virgin who has delusions of how she's going to find a husband, who says she's strong in her convictions, but she's not even in a church that facilitates single Christian marriage. And you're defending that, and you're saying I ridiculed her by what?
Well,
calling her socially awkward. What should I have called her?
To be fair, most churches don't facilitate.
No, what should I have called her?
You honestly, and I know it sounds mean, you probably should have just called her out for being lazy.
I did that too.
Oh.
But both things can be true. She's lazy and socially awkward. But I want to go back to the beginning. You don't even like generalizations.
I would disagree with that, but okay.
You said you don't think generalizations are fair.
Well, I did walk that back though once you.
No, you walked it back after I challenged it.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, due respect, it sounds to me like you sound like to me you what I would consider to be one of these snowflakes. You're too sensitive.
Got that right.
Ma'am, she's a 45-year-old virgin who still thinks because she hasn't had menopause, she can have children and God's the final person to decide. And I'm a Christian.
I know that was delusional.
All right, ma'am. Ridicule. Is there a way to tell somebody the truth and not ridicule them?
Yes, for sure.
And how do you determine the difference?
Well,
how do you determine the difference?
The difference between ridicule and telling someone the truth is that the truth is often told in love and wanting to help someone.
You can't love somebody that you don't know. It's about intent. Don't put that on me. I don't have to love a stranger. It's about intent.
Okay. But I understand what she's going through because I had experience with that.
Oh, you had experience. Kevin lost her there. So I'm going to stop the clip there because she had dropped at that point. Woo! I need to second the brief for a second here. I want my YouTube family, friends, what do you guys think? She was in her feelings, wasn't she? Everything was I feel. Doesn't like the words that are harsh, that are straight and direct to the point. Want these nice, feel-good words to make us feel good. Nah. Words matter. Sometimes we gotta use the right words to get to the point. Being that old in the version, is that considered socially awkward? Is Kevin wrong? Is she right? What do you guys think, YouTube world? Like, subscribe, bell notification below. I'm that dude named Dave, and I want to hear what you guys think. But until then, I'm out of here. See ya.